Hello, sports fan, and welcome to the Packs for Breakfast All-Star pitching rotation. Now we got three guys here, and notoriously all three of these guys are starters. But Bartolo Colon over there, he's a rookie. Rookies sometimes you could put him in the bullpen if you wanted. You got Greg Maddux in the center, and you got Hideo Nomo. Now, going over these guys' careers. They all had very long careers. A lot of Hideo Nomo's though was in Japan, but he didn't get to the major leagues until he was 26, 26 years old. And when he got here with the Dodgers, and I remember he was a big deal. It was a big deal to have him here. That windup was captivating, because you just didn't see windups like that. He hid the ball for a long time. It was early on. It was very tough for hitters to see the ball coming out because it's like his windup was so unorthodox. That year, his first year, he had 236 strikeouts. His second year, he had 234 strikeouts. And his third year, he had 233 strikeouts. So, I mean, guys weren't catching on super early, but he also was getting saddled with a lot of losses. Because early in his career, he was with the Dodgers, his first three seasons, he was 43-29. So he was getting a lot of losses. So I don't know if maybe the Dodgers just didn't have a good hitting lineup in 95, 96, and 97. His ERAs weren't terrible. I mean, 254, 319, and 425 for those three seasons. But Nomo, the one thing that Nomo probably has that I don't know if anybody will ever do it again is Hideo Nomo is the only pitcher in MLB history to throw a no-hitter at Coors Field. And it's like, and I remember watching that game and just going, why can't we get a hit? Just one hit. It's like it's the ultimate hitter's ballpark, and we cannot get a hit off of this guy tonight. And so the Rockies, who had a pretty potent lineup when he threw the no hitter, yeah, it still stings a little bit. Hideo Nomo's career numbers are not the greatest. He was 123 and 109, 424 ERA. He did strike out 1,918 guys in only 12 MLB seasons. So he could put him up, he could put him down. But he's over there as kind of I would start him if I didn't have Greg Maddux. I just basically wanted to show off Hideo Nomo because Hideo Nomo, he doesn't get probably the recognition he deserves because he did have some very good years. Never was a 20-game winner and had 3 years of 16 wins were his most. But he was definitely a kind of a, I don't know how you'd say it, sideshow, maybe a spectacle a little bit because of that pitching motion. But I have a lot of respect for Hideo Nomo. Now the guy in the middle, Greg Maddux. Greg Maddux, this is a Hall of Famer. This is one of the greatest pitchers to ever pitch in the MLB. 355 wins, a 3.16 ERA, and 3,371 strikeouts. Greg Maddux was a guy that he started off with the Cubs, and I was a big Cubs fan back then. So it's like watching this guy pitch was a dream. I thought that he would be the guy to help the Cubs win the World Series back then. I thought this was the missing piece because he was so good. He was never overpowering. He was always around the plate, which as a hitter you would think he's around the plate. He's always around the plate. He should be easy to hit. He was not. Greg Maddux had a very long career. He was an 8-time All-Star. He was a World Series champion in 95, 4-time Cy Young winner. Here's the thing that people forget. He could field his position probably better than any other pitcher. He was an 18-time Gold Glove winner. That's basically just saying you are the best fielding pitcher by a long shot. There is no other pitcher that can field it as well as you. So Greg Maddux could help himself by playing defense, and he could help himself by, saving some runs. So Greg Maddux played on those great Braves teams. They should have won more championships. They really should have won more championships. But he's got the one ring, and I guess, it has to feel good to at least get one of those. But now we go to this guy. We go to him right here. Notice how his card's tilting a little bit. Notice how it's slanted a little bit. That belly looks like it's probably pulling him down a little bit. But that's back when he didn't have that big of a belly. Look at that guy. That is Bartolo Colon as a rookie. And it's like, this is the guy that they call Big Sexy later in his career. I don't know when he actually got the nickname. He played for like 12 different teams. He was a 4-time All-Star. He had 247 wins in his career with a 4.12 ERA and 2,500 strikeouts. But the thing about Bartolo Colon was he bounced around a lot in the league, made a pretty good amount of money, but people just remember he was kind of a hefty boy out there pitching. It's like, you look at his stats, he may have won an AL Cy Young Award in 2005 when he won 21 games, but he does not have any gold gloves. And he played a lot of his career in the American League. So it's not like you could say, oh, well, Greg Maddux took them all. No, Bartolo could have gotten some when he played in the American League, but he was not fielding his position, not that well. The one really cool thing about Bartolo Colon is he is the oldest player to ever hit his first home run. I think he was 42 years old when he hit his first home run. And I remember that they kept showing that highlight on like all the highlight shows, Sports Center and whatnot. But Bartolo Colon, definitely a character. Hideo Nomo was a spectacle. And then Greg Maddux wore spectacles. When he would be off the field, he would wear these glasses that made him look like an accountant. So you had basically the Tokyo Tornado, the accountant, and Big Sexy. That is your pitching staff right there. I'm going to use Greg Maddux to start. I'm going to probably make Nomo the closer. I'm going to throw Bartolo in there, Nomo, because of the weird pitching style. And then Bartolo's going to be the middle reliever, just because a big chunky guy like that, he's got a lot of middle. And folks, that is All-Star for now.